The money.
No.
No.
Any time a guest walks away knowing a little piece of us, you know, based on their experience, especially like with our alley event, it's something very unique and it's very satisfying to see other people enjoy what we've created.
Yeah, especially the food. Like I always tell our chefs in the kitchen, guests don't know us, but we can introduce ourselves to them by the food that we create, right? The food that we make, because they're almost like our personal fingerprints. So, you know, guests can tell who's cooking back there. You know, sometimes they'll ask for me, sometimes they'll ask for another chef if we're working, because they can tell. And that's awesome that guests are paying that kind of attention to the experience.
So we actually do have a motto, and it is remarkable food, unforgettable experiences. I'm gonna let Chef talk to what food he thinks best represents this.
In the past, we were really known for our lemon pasta, but I think that's sort of kind of evolved into the bolognese, the pasta bolognese, because to me that bolognese really signifies traditional old world, old Italian cooking. You know, simple ingredients, big flavor. It takes its time for all those flavors to meld. You know, we really focus on that, on flavors, big flavors. You know, that's what we want to be.
Well, I can tell you that when we came to Pasco, especially downtown, there was a lot of talk about what we couldn't do and what wasn't possible and what wouldn't work and what the community was ready for and what they weren't ready for. Mm-hmm. And that really did shape what we actually tried to do, because when people tell you you can't do something, it pushes you to do something, right? A lot of that resistance turned into motivation, which turned into an incredible business and the ability to give these experiences. I think it's pretty amazing that you can come to downtown Pasco and go to an Italian restaurant and eat Italian food in an alleyway in downtown Pasco, but it doesn't feel like you're in downtown Pasco. It feels like you're somewhere else. And that's really what that's done for us. It's helped us to be able to transport people into a full experience. But I will say this, that the city of Pasco has been super supportive. There have been some bumps in the road and some challenges, but overall, they want us to be successful and they want other businesses like us to be successful in the downtown area. They've created an environment that will allow us to do so.
I think for me, Italian food, because if you know, Pasco is primarily and dominantly Mexican and Hispanic culture, right? You see lots of Mexican restaurants around, right? But for me, Italian food and Mexican food have they're very similar in the way of not just in big flavor and simplicity of the dishes, but also the culture and the stories that every dish has behind it. My mom and my grandma made this pasta dish, you know, this is how we did it, right? And so those are passed down through generations in Italian food. In Mexican food, it's very much the same way. Everything from moles to braised meats to the different types of proteins that they use, you know, because it's not it's
Popper's food.
It's Popper's food. Yeah, it's comfort food, really, you know. And Italian food is comfort food, and Mexican food is comfort food too. So, you know, tortillas just are just out of necessity, because, you know, we don't, you know, washing, you know, silverware or plates or whatever. All that kind of stuff. So that to me is very important, why we fit in Pasco, because the similarities in the food and the culture and the stories are universal. It's the same. I mean, it's the same culture. Oh, in our restaurant, it's always going to have to be everything from olive oils, tomatoes, and herbs.
I would say the number one ingredient we use is imported flour from Italy, because we make all of our own pastas.
Yeah. Anytime there's no
Anytime
rule.
You want it.
It's no rule. There's no rule in having a tiramisu or even a coffee and gelato
prior to your meal.
You know, there's no rules.
There's lots of rules in Italy, but not here.
Not here. Well,
What do you like to
depending on the crowd, you know, my first go-to is the bolognese.
If we're making it and we're bringing it to somebody, I think the lasagna, just because it's such a communal dish, it has all the big bold flavors, and it's also easy to bring over to somebody's house.
Yeah,
Thank
bet.
you.